Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we will be starting shortly. We'd like to invite anyone who is still outside to kindly take their places inside the main ballroom as we shall be starting shortly. Once again, we'd like to request your kind cooperation to please rise upon the announcement of the arrival of our royal guests. And once again, we would like to invite you to rise upon the announcement of their departure. Upon the announcement, please do remain standing for the national anthem, which will play shortly thereafter. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We are starting shortly. Hadirin sekalian, mengumumkan keberangkatan Duli Yang Maha Mulia Paduka Seri Sultan Perak Darul Rizwan, Penaung Diraja dan Pengerusi Lembaga Pemegang Amanah Merdeka Award Trust dan Duli Yang Maha Mulia Raja Permaisuri Perak Darul Rizwan diiringi Lembaga Pemegang Amanah Merdeka Award Trust. Para hadirin diminta untuk kekal berdiri untuk nyanyian lagu Negaraku. Hadirin dipersilakan duduk. Menghadap Duli Yang Maha Mulia Paduka Seri Sultan Perak Darul Rizwan Sultan Nazrin Muizzuddin Shah Ibni Almarhum Sultan Azlan Muhibbuddin Shah Al-Mahfurlah, Penaung Diraja dan Pengerusi Lembaga Pemegang Amanah Merdeka Award Trust, dan Duli Yang Maha Mulia Raja Permaisuri Perak Darul Rizwan Tuanku Zara Salim. Ampun Tuanku, beribu-ribu ampun, sembah patik, mohon diampun. Patik, bagi pihak majlis dengan penuh hormat dan takzimnya, merafak sembah menjunjung setinggi-tinggi kasih di atas limpah perkenan duli-duli yang maha mulia Tuanku sudi mencemar duli berangkat ke majlis pengumuman dan penyampaian Merdeka Award 2020 dan Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachment 2021 pada petang ini. Sesungguhnya, keberangkatan duli-duli yang maha mulia Tuanku amatlah besar ertinya kepada patik sekalian dan sudah semestinya menambahkan lagi seri majlis ini. Ampun Tuanku. Patik mohon limpah perkenan duli yang maha mulia Tuanku untuk patik turut mengalu-alukan dev-dev kenamaan serta hadirin sekalian dan seterusnya meneruskan atur cara di dalam bahasa Inggeris. Menjunjung kasih Tuanku. Honorable members of the Merdeka Award Trust Board of Trustees, distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good afternoon. A warm welcome to the 2020 Merdeka Award and 2021 Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachment Announcement and Presentation Ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, Merdeka is when all Malaysians came together to celebrate our independence. We did so on the 31st of August 1957, and we continue to do so to this very day. But we have to go beyond this, beyond the fireworks and colorful, joyous celebrations. Merdeka is about honor, passion, determination, and sacrifice, portrayed by our founding fathers as Pejuang Kemerdekaan. The spirit still lives on within us today. That's why we must recognize and acknowledge outstanding individuals and organizations who have contributed significantly to the nation's growth and inspired many others. As you may be aware, the Merdeka Award Trust was jointly established on the 27th of August 2007 by Petronas, ExxonMobil, and Shell to recognize and reward deserving individuals and organizations who have made outstanding and lasting contributions to the nation and the people of Malaysia in their respective fields. Alternating between its two signature programs, the Merdeka Award and the Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachment, the Trust aims to reach out to more Malaysians in efforts to foster a culture of excellence and promote thought leadership and innovation in all key sectors. Your Royal Highnesses, ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed, I would like to invite Ustaz Ahmad Shukri Ismail to lead us in the recitation of the Dua.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين حمدا يوافي نعمه ويكافئ مزيده يا ربنا لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك وعظيم سلطانك اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. O Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, we ask for your blessings, for the successful of the Merdeka Award 2021. O Allah, fill our hearts with a spirit of cohesiveness and a willingness to work together to achieve success in these challenging times toward a sustainable future for our beloved country. Grant your protection, safety, and security to our people, friends, and colleagues who work day and night on land and across the oceans, so that they may be free from all diseases, injuries, and harm. O Allah, protect their families too. O Allah, the Almighty, grant your success and blessings to His Royal Highness Sultan Nazrin Muizzuddin Shah, the Sultan of Perak Darul Ridwan, and Her Royal Highness Tuanku Zara Salim, Raja Permaisuri of Perak Darul Ridwan, the distinguished guests, and all. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Thank you, Yang Berusa Ustaz Ahmad Shukri. Ladies and gentlemen, to learn more about the Merdeka Award Trust and its programs, we have prepared a special video for you. Your Royal Highnesses, ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to the screens.
On the 27th of August 2007, marking the 50th anniversary of Malaysia's independence, the Merdeka Award Trust was established by ExxonMobil, Petronas and Shell. The award invokes the spirit of Merdeka and earns its recipients a place in history as individuals and organizations who have truly gone beyond the call of duty for the nation and its people, embodying in their work the sincerity, integrity and commitment of Malaysia's founding fathers. The Merdeka Award aims to promote thought leadership and innovation, foster a culture of excellence and encourage a world view, thereby enhancing Malaysia's standing as a dynamic, competitive 21st century global player in all key sectors from science and technology to the arts. The Merdeka Award Trust established two signature programs, the Merdeka Award and the Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachment. The Merdeka Award honors outstanding achievement in the categories of education and community, environment, health, science and technology, outstanding scholastic achievement, and outstanding contribution to the people of Malaysia. The Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachment aims to help the recipient build on his or her expertise by undergoing a learning experience in an institution or organization of international repute and improving the grantee's body of work and achievements.
Merdeka Award is a game changer because I think it was the first time that there's any such award being introduced in Malaysia, and it opens up a lot of opportunity for people like me to reach out and communicate with the public at large in order to foster the culture of excellence, right? So everyone will have to be given equal opportunity in whatever they do. Yeah.
Actually, I didn't know about the Merdeka Award. I never heard of it. And so I Googled. So I got a shock. Look at all these great guys, Tan Sris, doctors, professors, who have done a lot of incredible things. I thought, how do I fit in here? So I thought, well, it's fate. But ultimately, you have to think who and what are we in the scheme of things, and it always has to be about the nation.
Besides being a validation of my potential, the award certainly has created a sense of responsibility that the scientific progress that I actually have and the knowledge that I've actually gained is actually an increased responsibility that I have to make sure that my work needs to really reach out to the wider audience. It does represent a culture of excellence. When you talk about excellence though, really the intangible impact, I guess you can say the value that an individual or team creates beyond their own professional boundaries and really impacting, be it society, be it the environment, be it economy, or even humanity.
Thank you so much for the Merdeka Award grant, because this opportunity is once in a lifetime for me. And as orang asli, I never thought I will receive it. And actually, it gave me so much opportunity. Not just I went to the overseas to learn, but actually lift the profile of orang asli itself in our country. I think that's very important. At the same time, celebrate our differences together. I think that's itself is a huge for indigenous people in this country.
To this day, the Merdeka Award Trust continues to award outstanding individuals and organizations whose works and achievements have created a positive and significant impact on Malaysia and its people. The Merdeka Award, fostering a culture of excellence.
Ampun Tuanku. To give us more insight into the Merdeka Award Trust, I'd like to invite Yang Mulia Datuk Tengku Muhammad Taufik, founding member of the Merdeka Award Trust and President and Group CEO of Petronas, to deliver the welcome address.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good afternoon. Menghadap Duli Yang Maha Mulia Paduka Sri Sultan Perak Darul Rizwan Sultan Nazrin Muizzuddin Shah Ibni Almarhum Sultan Azlan Muhibbuddin Shah Almarhullah, Penaung Diraja dan pengerusi Lembaga Pemegang Amanah Merdeka Award Trust, dan Duli Yang Maha Mulia Raja Pemaisri Perak Darul Rizwan Tuanku Zahra Salim. Ampun Tuanku, beribu-ribu ampun, sembah patik, mohon diampun. Terlebih dahulu dengan penuh hormat dan takzimnya, patik memanjatkan kesyukuran kehadrat Allah Subhanahu wa taala kerana dengan limpah kurnianya, patik dan sekalian hadirin dapat berkumpul di majlis pada petang ini. Patik bagi pihak majlis dengan penuh hormat dan takzimnya merafak sembah, menjunjung setinggi-tinggi kasih atas limpah perkenan Duli-duli Yang Maha Mulia Tuanku sudi mencemar duli berangkat ke Majlis Pengumuman dan Penyampaian Anugerah Merdeka 2020 dan Geran Anugerah Merdeka bagi Penempatan Antarabangsa 2021 pada petang ini. Sesungguhnya keberangkatan Duli Yang Maha Mulia Tuanku amat patik sekalian sanjungi dan menambah lagi seri majlis ini. Ampun Tuanku, patik merafak sembah memohon limpah perkenan Duli Tuanku untuk patik meneruskan ucapan patik dalam bahasa Inggeris. Founding members of the Merdeka Award and Board of Trustees of the Merdeka Award, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to the announcement and presentation ceremony of the 2020 Merdeka Award and the 2021 Merdeka Award grant for international attachment. After going through the restrictions of the pandemic, I am thankful we can gather here in person this year to celebrate this momentous occasion. This is doubly meaningful as we gather today to celebrate outstanding and exceptional Malaysians, individuals and organizations whose work demonstrates a commitment to excellence and the drive for success in their chosen fields. It is therefore brings me great pleasure to welcome here today our 4 recipients who have been conferred the prestigious 2020 Merdeka Awards for their remarkable and sustainable contributions to Malaysia and its people, as well as 5 young pioneers who are well on their way to becoming worthy future leaders, the recipients of the 2021 Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachment. These individuals, I believe, are set to drive numerous positive changes in the lives of our people. Ladies and gentlemen, we have recently soldiered through an exceedingly turbulent and painful period, and we've endured many challenges brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic. Despite the absolute battering that we have faced, the perseverance and the formidable spirit as demonstrated by our fellow Malaysians have been a beacon of hope and encouragement in what has been a very difficult time. Despite the various hurdles that the last year and a half has thrown our way, we have witnessed Malaysians from all levels of society come together to support and provide encouragement as well as strength to one another wherever possible. We must also not forget the heroic efforts of our various frontliners who have been valiantly fighting the battles on many fronts to save lives, to accelerate vaccination programs, to maintain the very continuity of our logistics, infrastructure, and the fabric of our economy. These efforts are inspirational. They're inspirational because they are reminders that even in the worst of times, we still look out for one another. As we gradually emerge from what was hopefully the worst of the pandemic, God willing, inshallah, I can only hope that we continue learning and take with us the valuable lessons of this very bitter experience. One of which is a reminder of the power of collaborative spirit, that being united towards a worthy goal allows us to become more than the sum of our parts. Together, we are stronger. Together, we are better. This is what we are trying to say here today. We at the Merdeka Award truly believe in that the purpose has underpinned this collaborative effort to recognize those whose work and achievements have contributed to Malaysia's growth and have uplifted the spirit of its people. These candidates before you and the award recipients represent a fraction of the potential that presently resides within Malaysia. We hope that both the Merdeka Award and the Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachment will serve as a stepping stone for them and become an inspiration for us all from every sector, be it in science, technology, environment, education, and culture, to pursue excellence wherever they may be. This year, the Merdeka Award Trust programs has a deeper and more significant meaning as they stand not only as symbols of excellence, as they have always done, but also they represent a far more important thing, hope. It marks a new beginning as we embark towards a brighter and better future together. Ladies and gentlemen, the Merdeka Award Trust was founded with the purpose of promoting thought leadership and innovation through our 2 signature programs, the Merdeka Award itself and the Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachment. These programs aim to foster a culture of excellence and encourage a more holistic worldview. What, may you ask, is a culture of excellence? Well, we define it as a lifestyle or cultivation of habits that inspires society to do good. It is about people who, through their efforts and endeavors, strive to make a tangible and positive change in the world. It is about holding these examples up to remind ourselves that good can be done by each of us every day and spur us towards future greatness. At the core, this is how we grow and develop a more mature society. The Merdeka Award Trust aims to cultivate this spirit, recognizing the best of Malaysians, of their minds and their talents, in the hope of transforming our society day by day, person by person. Through these programs, we further aim to enhance Malaysia's standing as a competitive 21st century global player, encompassing every sector, from science and technology to arts and culture. The Merdeka Award honors outstanding work and achievements that have made an impact on Malaysia and its people. The 2020 Merdeka Award recipients have demonstrated tremendous spirit and dedication and are recognized not only for their work, but its sustainable impact on future generations. With that, on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the Merdeka Award Trust, it gives me great pleasure to announce the winners of the 2020 Merdeka Award. They are in turn the National Cancer Council, MACNA, the Southeast Asia Rainforest Research Partnership, Professor Dr. Ng Kwan Hung, and Ms. Suzanne Mooney, the Lost Food Project. In brief, MACNA provided financial, emotional, and social support to nearly 60,000 cancer patients for over 26 years without discriminating creed, color, or ethnicity. The MACNA Cancer Research Awards has encouraged young scientists to join the battle against this disease for the past 18 years. The Southeast Asia Rainforest Research Partnership has contributed to the conservation, sustainable management, and restoration of Malaysia's forest ecosystem, and also played an instrumental role in the education and training of Malaysian environmental scientists. In close collaboration with its Malaysian partners, particularly the Sabah Forestry Department, it facilitates world-class scientific research that addresses major environmental issues. The SEARRP has developed further understanding of rainforests by making Danum Valley as its base and established the Danum Valley Field Center that has become among the most renowned, influential, and productive research stations in Southeast Asia. Professor Dr. Ng Kwan Hung, for his significant contribution in the fight against breast cancer. His extensive research on breast cancer imaging has won him the prestigious Marie Skłodowska-Curie Award. He is a multidisciplinary expert who has also served on the International Atomic Energy Agency and founded the Southeast Asian Federation of Organizations for Medical Physics, among many organizations. Last but not least, Ms. Suzanne Mooney, for her outstanding contribution in reducing Malaysia's food waste by feeding and donating essential items to those in need through the Lost Food Project. To date, the Lost Food Project has collectively distributed over 8.5 million meals and rescued over 2.6 million kilograms of food, which equates to reducing over 6.6 million kilograms of CO2 equivalent. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe the 21st century will continue to bring more disruptions while heralding a new age of growth, change, and opportunity. Among the most immediate and critical issues that we must face is the imminent climate crisis. As a species, we need to drastically curb man-made greenhouse gas emissions if we are able to limit global warming and the devastating climate effects that come with it. This calls for collective commitment, effort, and investment from industries, financiers, governments, and policymakers all across the world. We must all rise up to the challenge and attain the rapid pace of change needed to achieve this ambitious yet vital goal. The technological transformation, which is fundamentally changing the way we live and work, will also play a critical role in enabling us to reach these outcomes. Advances in technology and digitalization have offered improvements to our quality of life and accelerated potential in economic development. As this continues, we will witness the sweeping impact of change, not on individual sectors, but entire industries and entire nations. Amidst these changes, Malaysia is ready to make the most of the opportunities that lie ahead. As a nation, we continue to aspire towards transitioning into a high-income nation, one that can secure higher quality of life for all of its people, provide a safety net for those in need, and offer opportunities for those within to grow to their fullest potential. In order to do so, we must continue to be boosting innovation, strengthening Malaysia's productivity, and accelerating the nation's growth in a holistic and equitable manner. At the heart of this transformation, as with any transformation, lies our people. Malaysia must continue to add merit to our already formidable workforce. Both the Merdeka Award and the Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachments hope to empower individuals that are adopting, adapting, and creating new frontiers of opportunity, spurring economic growth, and increasing our global standing. More specifically, the Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachment was introduced to nurture promising young Malaysians and support them in their journey of excellence. We have selected our grant recipients this year with the full confidence that they will make the most of this opportunity to engage with the world's most renowned experts in their respective fields, gain valuable insights for their research, and bring their learnings back to Malaysia to further galvanize their respective industries and talent pools. With that, on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the Merdeka Award Trust, it gives me great pleasure to announce the 2021 Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachment recipients. First, Dr. Aini Hasanah binti Abdul Muttalib. Next, Dr. Wan Nur Fitri bin Wan Jaafar. Ms. Jessica Ooi Sui Ying. Professor Madya Dr. Nur Adlika binti Ainul Anwar. And finally, Senior Dr. Freddie Tan Keng Swan. A bit about each recipient. Dr. Aini Hasanah binti Abdul Muttalib is a research officer at the Institute of Tropical Biodiversity and Sustainable Development, University Malaysia Terengganu. Her attachment proposal is titled Tracking the Symphony, using the passive acoustic monitoring to determine the occurrence, distribution, and behavior of small apes at Kenya Rainforest, Terengganu. Dr. Wan Nur Fitri bin Wan Jaafar is a senior lecturer at the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, University Putra, Malaysia. Dr. Fitri's proposal is titled Cloning and Stem Cell Research in Wildlife Reproduction. Jessica Ooi Sui Ying is a hall tutor at the University of Nottingham, Malaysia campus. Her proposal is titled Paper-Based Device for Colorimetric Detection of Ovarian Cancer Biomarker miRNA 665. Professor Madya Dr. Nur Adlika binti Ainul Anwar is an astrophysicist currently working as a senior lecturer in the Department of Applied Physics, Faculty of Science and Technology at University Kebangsaan Malaysia. Her proposal is titled Peering into the Dim Heart of Active Galaxies, Weak or Buried Monster Black Holes. Senior Dr. Freddie Tan Keng Swan is a senior lecturer at the Asia Pacific University of Technology and Innovation. His proposal is titled Design of Next Generation Onboard Chargers of Electric Vehicles using State-of-the-Art Wide Bandgap Technology. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me once again in congratulating the winners of the 2020 Merdeka Award and the 2021 Merdeka Award grant recipients. We hope that this has been a rewarding and empowering experience for all of you. Finally, thank you all for attending this year's Merdeka Award 2020 and the Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachment 2021. I hope that your support and validation will in turn provide more inspiration on our recipients to reach greater and more inspiring heights of excellence. In closing, ampun tuanku, sekian sahaja sembah ucapan Patik. Patik sekali lagi dengan penuh hormat dan takzimnya merafak menjunjung setinggi-tinggi kasih di atas limpah perkenan duli-duli yang maha mulia tuanku sudi bercemar duli berangkat ke majlis pengumuman dan penyampaian Anugerah Merdeka 2020 dan Geran Anugerah Merdeka bagi penempatan antarabangsa 2021 pada tahun ini. Ampun tuanku, beribu-ribu ampun, sembah Patik, mohon diampun. Patik menjunjung kasih tuanku.
Thank you, Yang Mulia, Datuk Tengku Muhammad Taufik, founding member of the Merdeka Award Trust and President and Group CEO of Petronas. Ampun Tuanku. The Merdeka Award announcement comes following an extensive and exhaustive search within Malaysia and internationally, championing distinction and sustainability. This award aims to inspire and help Malaysians persevere to succeed against unprecedented challenges in this new normal. As the presentation ceremony was put on hold last year due to the pandemic, we are proud to honor the 4 recipients of the 2020 Merdeka Award this year. Our first recipient is awarded for his outstanding contribution in education and pioneering work advancing the fields of medical physics and radiation medicine in Malaysia. For outstanding scholastic achievement, we congratulate Professor Dr. Ng Kwan Hong. Please welcome Professor Dr. Ng to deliver his speech.
Good afternoon. Merdeka Award Trust Royal Patron and Chairman, His Royal Highness Sultan Nasrin Muhyiddin Shah, Her Royal Highness Raja Permaisuri of Perak Darul Rizwan, Tuanku Zara Salim, Board of Trustees, Merdeka Award, Datuk Tengku Muhammad Taufik, Mr. Sean Harris, Mr. Ivan Tan, Professor Dato Dr. Halimantun binti Hamdan, and Dato Iwan Chia. Members of the media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor for me, my late parents, my family, and the University of Malaya to receive this very prestigious Merdeka Award. It is a humbling experience to be amongst the 70-odd Malaysians to be recognized, along with a few non-Malaysians too, since the award started. And I thank God for this. When I was young, I was fascinated by science, and that led me to pursue a career of applying science to improving health. When I got started, medical physics was very new and little was known about that. And I started my research in medical imaging, focusing on developing techniques for the early detection of breast cancers, and also the role of breast density in the prediction of breast cancer risk. I found a calling in nurturing young ones to apply science in health. And this has motivated me to establish the Master of Medical Physics program in 1998 at University of Malaya. And after a decade or so of struggle and hard work, this program was recognized and accredited by the UK Institute of Physics and engineering in medicine. And until today, it remains to be the only such program to be accredited outside the British Isles. And it further motivated me to establish the ASEAN College of Medical Physics and also the International Leadership and Mentoring Program to nurture young scientists into inspiring leaders. At the 2018 the World Congress of Medical Physics and Biomedical Engineering, I was honored to receive the coveted Marie Sklodowska-Curie Award and being the first and only recipient from a developing country. So, what would have imagined that the birth of a notion has today led to this very prestigious accolade? More importantly, I realized that this award is significant not so much for the many accolades that I achieved, nor for the endeavors that I've taken. Instead, it is about the impact of this initiative, which has given wings to many researchers and has spared many women and men from a path of pain and suffering. Ladies and gentlemen, if there is a quote that I live by, it is this: "Wonder is a desire for knowledge," by St. Thomas Aquinas. In this sense, I would like to think that life itself is wonderful, offering so much to discover, and only so much that the human mind can comprehend the wonderful creations of God. And for this reason, I strongly and truly hope to encourage more young Malaysians to explore the wonder of science, which forms the crux of a successful generation. A nation that is imbued with critical thinking, curiosity, hope, integrity, humility, empathy, and wonder. Honorable guests, Bill Nye, the popular science guy, says, "Everyone you will ever meet knows something you don't." I couldn't agree more with him. In my many years of research, I encountered many brilliant minds that led us to fruitful collaborations in many exciting fields, in medicine, in engineering, computer science, social sciences, and linguistics as well. I'm so grateful to those people I've met along the way for the friendship, the support, the knowledge exchange, and experience shared. And if there's one person who continues to fill me with wonder and who is an equally deserving recipient of this award, is my dear wife, Ling Xuan. I would not be here today without her courage and unfailing support in what it has been an incredible journey. I would also like to commend my fellow Merdeka Award laureates and grant recipients for your contribution and hard work. Our collective efforts is key to taking Malaysia and its people to greater peace, prosperity, and progress. As Malaysians, we share many common values, including that which is espoused by the Merdeka Award Trust in fostering a culture of excellence. Here, may I encourage all to continue setting our eyes on our aspirations and be courageous even if the path is turbulent, to be agile and to always be a person of integrity. My entire journey in life has been one of continuous learning, growth, and change. I believe those are the aspects that will be needed to leap forward. Thank you, Merdeka Award Trust, for this truly most wonderful accolade.
Congratulations, Professor Dr. Ng Kwan Hong. And thank you for that very inspiring speech, sir. We move on, ladies and gentlemen. For her outstanding contribution in reducing Malaysia's food waste by feeding and donating essential items to those in need through the Lost Food Project. For outstanding contribution to the people of Malaysia, we congratulate Suzanne Mooney. Unfortunately, Suzanne can't make it to be with us here physically today. Nevertheless, she has prepared a special video for us, so let's hear what she has to say.
Selamat Petang, Your Royal Highnesses, Honourable Members of the Merdeka Award Selection Committees, fellow recipients of the Merdeka Award, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am both honoured and surprised to be receiving this award today. I was hoping I would be able to attend today's ceremony. However, sadly, due to family illness, I have to remain in London at this time. It's extremely humbling for me to receive this award for outstanding contribution to Malaysia. The real truth is I actually benefited more and had the privilege to fall very deeply in love with Malaysia, and a bond that will never be broken. When I first arrived in January 2013, we had actually only planned to stay in the country for 1 year. I had no idea what lay ahead. A lifetime commitment had begun. The Lost Food Project was formed in 2015. In the years leading up to this, I had been exposed to the level of food waste in the world and seen the staggering volumes of high quality food that, if used properly, can make a really big difference to people's lives, especially the most vulnerable in our societies. It was around this time I started to scratch the surface of the food supply chain and discover the huge impact producing food has on our planet. And living and traveling across Malaysia at this time had a very profound effect on me. I had visited the orangutans in Sabah and Perak, I'd camped in Taman Negara, and just reveled at the incredible magic of nature. I was particularly struck to discover that 75% of global deforestation is actually caused by food production. So when you think that 30 to 40% of trees are chopped down for no reason, because that is the level of food waste we don't eat, 30 to 40%. Think of all those homes of the orangutans, the tigers, and many other species which is destroyed to make foods that we don't even eat. I felt very driven to share this information so we can protect the planet and our wildlife for future generations. And at the same time, we can redirect the lost food to make our societies more equitable. Some of the B40 communities that we have been helping have confirmed with us that up to 50% of the limited budgets they have is spent on food. So rescuing and redirecting this food makes a really big difference to them and their financial situation. And then when you think about the fact that up to 50% of landfill in Malaysia is comprised of food waste, if we can significantly reduce this volume, it could save the government billions of ringgit in the years ahead. Malaysia could become a real trailblazer in food efficiency and environmental prudence. It seems very appropriate that today's ceremony is held during the same month as the COP26 summit. The world is slowly coming to terms with the fragile situation we find ourselves in, and how best to bring about the change that is needed to prevent a temperature rise of above 1.5 centigrade. According to the United Nations Food and Agricultural Organization, food systems account for more than 1/3 of all global gas emissions. Translated, this means if we could become more efficient, we could reduce our greenhouse carbon emissions by over 10%. This is significant, particularly as the population of the planet is predicted to rise by over 25% by the year 2050. So we really need to be smart and address these issues now. I am so very proud to be part of the amazing team at the Lost Food Project that is making a small difference. We have come so very far from our launch back in April 2016 at Jason's, which was kindly officiated by Tunku Zara Salim. It was just a group of well-meaning mothers packing the boots of their car and taking food to a few charities. Whereas today, we have a big warehousing system and a fleet of trucks. However, we know we can do more. And with the kind support of the Merdeka Award, the Lost Food Project has been able to expand into Europe. We are also now developing a sophisticated carbon calculator to precisely measure our carbon footprint. We are very hopeful this tool will assist our stakeholders in their ESG and carbon reporting. So again, I would like to take the opportunity to thank the Merdeka team for their support in our ongoing venture. And I would like to thank you for allowing me this time to share both our purpose and my sincere gratitude. Terima kasih.
Once again, congratulations, Suzanne, and we hope everything is well with your family at home. We move on. For their outstanding contribution to the conservation, sustainable management, and restoration of Malaysia's forest ecosystem, as well as the education and training of environmental scientists, in the category of environment, we congratulate Southeast Asia Rainforest Research Partnership. Representing the Southeast Asia Rainforest Research Partnership, please welcome Sui Peng Hyong to say a few words.
Good afternoon, respected Royal Patron and Chairman, His Royal Highness Sultan Nazrin Muizzuddin Shah, Her Royal Highness Raja Permaisuri Perak, Tuanku Zara Salim, Board of Trustees, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sui Peng Hyong, and I'm deeply honored to receive this prestigious Merdeka Award, and I wish to express my gratitude on behalf of my organization, the Southeast Asia Rainforest Research Partnership, also known as SERP, which includes our team in Sabah and our colleagues abroad. It's very humbling to receive this level of recognition for SERP's conservation and environmental work, and would like to thank the Selection and Nomination Committee for this acknowledgement. SERP was established in 1985 by the UK's Royal Society and headquartered in the Dunham Valley Field Centre in Sabah. SERP supports, manages and facilitates world-class collaborative science in the rainforest and also plantation landscapes around Malaysia. Personally, my journey with SERP started about 6 years ago when I was a master's student doing field research in Sabah. After I graduated, I got a job with SERP at a field station called the SAFE Project. The SAFE Project is a SERP collaborative project with Imperial College of London, and it's funded by Yayasan Saim Darby. Incidentally, the SAFE Project is actually one of the largest ecological experiments in the world. My first week working at the SERP field station left a lasting impression on this organization on me. Due to the conservation efforts of SERP, I saw more wildlife than I could ever imagine. More impressively, the SERP staff, they were so knowledgeable and very dedicated. Most of the field team are actually Sabahans from the kampungs with limited education opportunities, but they were so good at identifying all sorts of species of plants, fish, mammals. This field team also taught me how to measure carbon absorption from the trees. I was amazed by their ability and their talent to work with people from all over the world and help them do all types of research. Many of our local staff have aspirations that someday their children too will become scientists to protect their rainforests and also our rainforests. They were so proud to play a pivotal role in contributing to new scientific knowledge and discoveries. I truly admire the opportunity that they had been given and how far they've come, and their achievements with this organization. Through my years at SERP, I've also met many young, passionate Malaysian scientists and mentored many students as well. I've had the opportunity to meet world-renowned scientists who were very interested in our rainforests, and they were eager to train and pass on their knowledge to local students. So I'm also very proud to know that my work at SERP has contributed to publications, scientific publications, which increase the scientific knowledge of rainforests globally and also improve practices in agriculture, such as sustainable agriculture practices in plantations. So although SERP has reached many milestones and formed many important collaboration projects, our work is far from being done. Our rainforests are highly complex ecosystems that still needs to be understood, and there needs to be more work to be done in order for us to protect, conserve, and restore it. So this award will give us the platform we need to expand our projects beyond Sabah. So we plan to shift our focus to Peninsular Malaysia as well, particularly in the Central Forest Spine, and will increase our work in environmental education, outreach, capacity building, and training, with the aim of training the next generation of young Malaysian conservation leaders, managers, and scientists. So before I leave you, I'd like to just take a moment to thank our key partners, without whose support, SERP would have not achieved this level of success. On behalf of our team, I would like to thank the following people: the Government of Sabah, the Sabah Forestry Department, Yayasan Sabah, Sabah Biodiversity Center, Yayasan Saim Dabi, Yayasan Hasana, Yayasan Haji Zainuddin, University Malaysia Sabah, UMS, and our other academic partners across Malaysia, and also the many organizations and individuals with whom SERP has collaborated over the past 35 years. We are also very grateful to the UK's Royal Society and the Cambridge Malaysia Education and Development Trust, which funds most of our core funding. Thank you once again for this award.
Thank you, Su Peng Hon, in representing Southeast Asia Rainforest Research Partnership, and congratulations to the Southeast Asia Rainforest Research Partnership. For their outstanding contribution in providing financial, medical, emotional, and social support to cancer patients while advocating in furthering cancer research over 26 years. We congratulate, in education and community, the National Cancer Council, MACNA. Please welcome Puan Farahida binti Muhammad Farid, MACNA's General Manager, for her speech.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Respected Royal Patron and Chairman, His Royal Highness Sultan Nazrin Muizzuddin Shah, Ibn Almarhum Sultan Azlan Muhibbuddin Shah Al-Marfullah, Her Royal Highness Raja Pemasuri Perak, Tuanku Zara Salim, Board of Trustees of Merdeka Award Trust, and distinguished guests, Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon. Bismillah. I would like to quote the founder of MACNA. He always said this: crazy people do crazy things and get crazy results. And these are the results. More than 200,000 families have been helped through our networking with the social welfare departments of 75 government hospitals and our special collaboration with HUKM in setting up the Tuanku Ampuan Ahzan Cancer Ward in 1999 until now. Our main focus is to help those who have no means to help themselves. We provide monthly financial aid, medicines, and medical items not supplied by the government. This financial aid may run into millions of ringgit every year. We have seen so many who live in abject poverty due to loss of income and become financially dependent on state help. Our role is to ensure that they do not default in their treatment. Our mobile mammogram trailer has been busy giving free mammograms throughout Peninsular Malaysia since 2011. More than 40,000 women have been screened. 2 more units have been built to serve Sabah and Sarawak. Early detection is key to save more lives. No one is spared from being touched by cancer. We offer help to those regardless of race, religion, or creed. Those who need help shall be helped. With this in mind, we have become an active member of the United Nations under the Economic and Social Council, where we hold the title of Organization in Special Consultative Status. With all these values imbued in all the 219 staff of MAGNA, we hope to continue creating the desired social impact to the society we live in, inshallah, beyond our lifetime. I would like to share with you the words of wisdom of the President of MAGNA, Datuk Muhammad Farid bin Arifin, who is also my father. Do not expect from others what you do not expect from yourselves. Lead a purposeful life, then work becomes ibadah. Give meaning to your own lives, and you will find happiness. And if he was here today, he would be very proud to receive this recognition as a testament to his lifelong work. Thank you for honoring MAGNA with the Merdeka Award. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum salam. Thank you, Puan Farahida, and congratulations to MAGNA. Ampun Tuanku. Now, for the presentation ceremony, I would like to invite the Merdeka Award Trust founding members, Yang Mulia, Datuk Tengku Muhammad Taufik, President and Group CEO of Petronas, Mr. Shane Harris, President and Chairman of Exxon Mobil Malaysia, Mr. Ivan Tan, Country Chairman and Senior Vice President, Shell Malaysia Upstream, to humbly invite and accompany His Royal Highness Sultan Nazrin Muizzuddin Shah, the Sultan of Perak Darul Rizwan and Royal Patron of Merdeka Award Trust, to the stage to present the Merdeka Award Trust trophies to the recipients. The first recipient for Outstanding Scholastic Achievement, Professor Dr. Ng Kwan Hung. Congratulations, Professor Dr. Ng. For outstanding contribution to the people of Malaysia. Congratulations, Suzanne Mooney. Representing on her behalf, Zawiyah Simon Zai from the Lost Food Project. We congratulate Suzanne Mooney. In the category of environment, we congratulate Southeast Asia Rainforest Research Partnership. Representing the Southeast Asia Rainforest Research Partnership, Ms. Sui Peng Kyon. Congratulations, Southeast Asia Rainforest Research Partnership. And for education and community, we congratulate Majlis Cancer Nasional, Makna. We'd like to invite Puan Farahida binti Muhammad Farid to receive the trophy. Congratulations to Makna. We'd like to invite all recipients of the Merdeka Award to kindly join His Royal Highness and our distinguished guest on stage for a group photograph. Please join me once again in applauding the recipients of the Merdeka Award. Congratulations once again to the recipients of the Merdeka Award 2020. I would like to humbly request that His Royal Highness and the founding members of the Merdeka Award Trust remain on stage for the next proceeding. I'd like to invite the recipients of the Merdeka Award to kindly return to their seats. Honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to invite His Royal Highness to present certificates to the 2021 Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachment recipients. I'd now like to invite the first Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachment recipient, Insigne Dr. Freddy Tan Keng Suan. Insigne Dr. Freddy's research into onboard chargers in electric vehicles can potentially put Malaysia on the map as the first in the world to overcome the design challenges of current onboard chargers in electric vehicles. Congratulations, Insigne Dr. Freddy Tan. Our second grant recipient is Jessica Ui Sui Ying. Her proposal to develop a portable, inexpensive, and simple to use device to rapidly detect ovarian cancer cells using microRNA technology has the capacity to be a game changer in the world of medical science. Congratulations, Jessica Ui. Our next grant recipient is Professor Madya Dr. Nur Adlika Ainul Anwar. Her proposal to study the supermassive black holes in our nearby galaxies can potentially shed some light on the future of the supermassive black hole lying dormant in our galaxy and advance Malaysia's capacity in space science research, which is currently limited. Congratulations, Professor Madya Dr. Nur Adlika. Our next grant recipient is Dr. Aini Hassana Abdul Muttalib. Her proposal is to utilize passive acoustic monitoring recorders and arboreal cameras traps in the Kenyir rainforest, which will help her understand the language of small apes and hopefully lead to the planning and implementation of small ape and habitat conservation management of the Kenyir rainforest. Congratulations, Dr. Aini Hassana. And last but not least, Dr. Wan Nur Fitri Wan Jafar. Dr. Wan Fitri is a man on a mission. He wants to urgently help the Malayan tiger, our national pride, to reproduce more successfully, whether in the wild or in captivity. Congratulations, Dr. Wan Nur Fitri. We now invite the recipients for a group photograph with the Royal Patron of the Merdeka Award Trust and the founding members of the Merdeka Award Trust. Once again, please join us in congratulating the recipients of the Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachment. Congratulations to the recipients. Menjunjung kasih tuanku, and thank you to the founding members of the Merdeka Award Trust. Once again, congratulations to all recipients of the 2021 Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachment. Your Royal Highnesses, ladies and gentlemen, the Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachment is designed to make it possible for qualified and deserving Malaysians between the ages of 22 to 35 to engage in short-term collaborative projects or programs of up to 3 months at an internationally recognized host institution in selected disciplines: education, arts, sports, community or social work, environment, health, science, and technology. The attachment aims to help the recipient build his or her expertise by undergoing a learning experience in an institution or organization of international repute and improving the grantee's body of work and achievements. Before we end, we'd like to get to know our recipients just a little better. And these are amazing young individuals. I'm sure you've heard a little bit about their projects and their fields of interest, from supermassive black holes to understanding how to help the Malayan tiger reproduce better, we have some very brilliant minds which will be taking the stage shortly. So please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Freddie, Jessica, Adlika, Aini, and Fitri back to the stage. Royal Highnesses, ladies and gentlemen, I'm nervous to be sitting in the midst of all these amazing, talented young individuals. I was young once. I had hair back then. It has come to this, ladies and gentlemen. We want to really sit down and understand these brilliant young minds, if that is even possible. We'll start with you, Dr. Freddie. Has Elon Musk come calling yet?
Sorry?
Has Elon Musk come calling yet? Not yet. Wait, don't worry. It's okay. We'll get into contact with you soon enough. But let us know a little bit about how you got started. Why did you choose this particular field?
Actually, I choose this particular field, which is electric vehicle. I believe this is one of the very emerging technology Malaysia should step into, because Malaysia has been far known as an automotive hub in the very beginning in 80s. But today the game has changed into electric vehicle. And I believe if Malaysia would like to continue to become an automotive hub in Southeast Asia and globally, we have to start playing the game, which is electric vehicle. And I believe this is how I started into this field.
So can you explain a little bit about what you intend to do? Self-charging, what is that all about?
Actually, I'm trying to design a charger. We call this onboard charger. Now, if you want to make your vehicle, which is electric vehicle, move, charger is an essential part of the electric vehicle. So I'm trying to design this charger, which I believe which will become much smaller, and it can withstand much higher temperature, because this charger is embedded inside the vehicle. So temperature is crucial. The size and the weight are crucial. I am going to design something which is smaller and we can withstand higher temperature, so that it can become a last long and electric vehicle can be reliable.
When you succeed, I can see some potential investors in this room already. So we wish you all the best.
Thank you so
that.
much. Thank you.
Jessica, I know you have a very personal story as to why you got started. Can you share with us a little bit about why you began doing the research that you're doing?
Okay, so I was a pharmacist actually before joining the University of Nottingham, Malaysia, for my PhD. Around the time that I started, I actually have a friend who passed away due to ovarian cancer, and she was only about 2 years older than me. Yeah, so when I knew that my supervisor, Dr. Niu Siu Yi's research expertise is using nanomaterials for cancer detection, I knew that this is what I wanted to do.
And how is this process different from what is already available?
So current diagnostic methods for ovarian cancer are typically the serum CA125 test, a traditional blood test, and the other ways to confirm it would be ultrasound or biopsy, and these are actually not readily accessible to the public. Furthermore, ovarian cancer is one of those cancers which suffer from late detection because the symptoms in the early stage are quite few and sometimes not even noticeable.
We wish you all the best. I know that you have that extra motivation to really take your research to the next level, and we are looking forward to your success.
Thank you.
On the topic of supermassive black holes, I don't think we have much knowledge. So how did you first discover what a supermassive black hole was. Is it just bigger than the normal, regular, massive black holes? Please.
So supermassive black hole is defined. So I start with what a black hole is. Black hole is basically an object in outer space with very immensely high gravitational pull that nothing can escape from its gravity if you come close enough to it. And black holes have different types, and it is categorized based on their masses. And the supermassive black hole is the most massive ones, with mass of at least 1 million times the mass of our sun.
So we're meant to understand that there is a dormant supermassive black hole in our neighborhood. Is that scary or is that not scary?
Dormant is not scary. Active is scary.
Right, so it's just like a volcano, just that it's in space.
Exactly, yes.
Okay, so your research into supermassive black holes, how do you hope that it will help Malaysians understand space better?
Okay, so one of the challenges that I've been facing, especially in Malaysia, is trying to convince people why astronomy matters, or in general, why fundamental science matters. What is the contribution or what is the significance of studying black holes, for example? I'm sure a lot of you wondering why. So with fundamental research like astronomy, the results take a lot of time for us to see. Mostly the results in astronomy, the results are not tangible. So, for example, in 1974, an astronomer in Australia, Joe O'Sullivan, he was developing a technique to detect weak black holes, like what I'm aiming to study. Unfortunately, he didn't detect the black hole. But then, 20 years later, in 1990s, he realized that the technique that he developed to study the black holes can be used to do some wireless networking. And that is the birth of Wi-Fi that we use today. So we don't know I'm studying black holes right now, we don't know what is the contribution yet, but maybe 20, 30 years from now, we don't know what it could develop into.
You know, I'm a comic book nerd. I'm seeing some crossovers taking place here between, the study of supermassive black holes and potentially charging electric vehicles. I don't know. It may seem far-fetched, but then a lot of what you're saying was once upon a time science fiction. It's science reality today, and we're truly looking forward to the outcomes of your studies. Congratulations, Dr. Adlika. Dr. Arnold and Dr. Wan Fitri, you're both studying animals. So could you share with us the challenges of doing some research with animals? What is the main challenge that you face, Dr. Arnold?
Thank you for the question. I guess that being in the field, you have to be really observant, and at the same time, you have to be alert of your surroundings. And I would like to quote my mentor, wildlife conservation is not rocket science. It's much more complex than that. You need to have information and knowledge on social science, on ecology, biology, religion, culture, politics, and all kind of information. So I guess that we need to have all sorts of people unite together to have progress in wildlife conservation, especially in Malaysia.
So the techniques you employ are very sound-based techniques.
Yep. Yes.
Can you explain a little bit about the techniques that you're employing, including the arboreal cameras?
So I'm proposing to have studies on passive acoustic monitoring for small apes in Kenyir. Passive acoustic monitoring is a non-invasive, semi-autonomous technique that we use where we put recorders high up on the trees. Small apes itself is arboreal. Arboreal means that they are dependent on the trees. So it's hard to actually observe them manually by using your visual observation. So we use another characteristic, because small apes are the singing sensation in the forest. They sing very well in the morning to mark their territories and also as a sign of love, to perform their duet with their couples. So this is how passive acoustic monitoring comes in handy, to track the distribution, the abundance, and also the occurrence of small apes
in certain areas, especially in fragmented areas. And at the same time, we can have information and baseline data on other biodiversities as well.
Wow, that is truly educational. I'm sure we're all learning as we speak to them and get to know a little bit more about their projects. Yeah. Dr. Wan, you are attempting something quite remarkable because the number of Malayan tigers still out there in the wild is decreasing as we speak. And tigers in general, there are already 3 species that have gone extinct. The Balinese, the Javan tiger, even the Caspian tiger, it's extinct. You can't find them anymore. How do you hope to help save our Malayan tigers?
Thank you, Terence. Assalamualaikum and good evening. I thought Terence was going to ask me the first question when you say Aini and Fitri, right? And then suddenly snap, change question. So I suddenly need to think again now. So how do I hope to save tiger in the wake of extinction of other tigers? Is that and with the hindsight of knowing tiger population is going down as critical as it is now, I think less than 200. I would imagine if I have a superpower, which I am attempting right now, Mission Impossible, yes, is partially when we learn our Sumatran rhino was towards the end stage of population. Our last effort then was to think of stem cell and cloning, because we just ran out of population of Sumatran rhino. But what we were thinking to do differently, or at least what are different now in the Malayan tiger, is that we're hoping a slight glimpse of hope is that if only we, and seems like if only we managed to catch it earlier, right? So Malayan tiger now, we have like less than 100. When we realized Sumatran rhino population that we needed to do something, it was less than 40. So we're talking about maybe at least double or triple the population. So working with more population gives us a little bit of advantage. So we're hoping with technology now that you see Elon Musk, Tesla and everything, hoping that it is more accessible, it is even more advancing. So we're hoping, yes, first IVF or producing tiger by cloning. I can give lecture for 1 hour on that, but let's try to make it to a shorter version, because I am a lecturer that teach veterinary reproduction. So my kind of teaching to students is like if in human, right? Because human will be equivalent to sexual education. So my version will be sexual education for animal in veterinary students. So in short, pakar sakit tuan atau pakar sakit puan. So I stand on the shoulder of giants. My forefathers have been working with reproduction for, I think, more than 50 years. So now it comes to my turn on what to do with Malayan tiger. I keep thinking to myself every day when I wake up in the morning, I don't think there's a clear solution to it. I think it's multifaceted. It's difficult as you can think of, but I hope what we're starting now and with the opportunity given by Merdeka Award is that we can start the conversation. We can start the ball rolling somewhere. So I would suppose it's better late than ever would be the implication that we are facing today. Very critical indeed for Malayan tiger. Yes, Terence.
Pakar sakit rimau, perhaps?
Yes, buaya juga dan juga rusa dan lain-lain.
So I was going to ask you how challenging it was to work with Malayan tigers, but then I remembered there were very few left. So perhaps the opportunity to do so may be even more challenging because there are very few left. So how do you go about conducting your research? Can you share with us a little bit more about the stem cell research that you do?
Right, so basically when you talk about tiger, I think everybody in their sane mind, right? If you see tiger, you want to be like 100 feet away, you don't want to be so near. So what we're doing is, even with tiger that are generally anesthetized, meaning they are sleeping when we're conducting procedure, even with that thing in mind, we do have precautionary steps. Like we always have a DUT person that's on standby in case the tiger wakes up, right? So you do have that kind of like safety measure on that sense. Working with tiger is very scary indeed. But if I were to think on the stem cell and cloning, sebenarnya it's actually more on laboratory work, but yes, sampling in terms of getting oocytes, in terms of getting sampling, you do need to go hand in hand. So I think a personal experience to that is not with a live tiger, unfortunately, but with a dead one that came to our pathology laboratory was the death of Awang Besul that was in Bukit Besi. So I attended the postmortem then. And it was such a magnificent creature. Walaupun, if you think about it, it's just a vessel, right? It's no more alive. So it's like a dead tiger. But if you think about it, betul lah, rasa pepatah Melayu, manusia mati meninggalkan nama, harimau mati meninggalkan belang, dan gajah mati meninggalkan gading. So it's exactly the embodiment of that. When you see a tiger laid in front of you at the postmortem table, when you touch them, the presence is there. And it's so sad to me, as exciting as he was as a vet, to see that that day we lost another Malayan tiger, wild Malayan tiger, in fact. So I think that's a personal experience to me, to that.
Wow, I think we can go on talking about tigers. I'm sure that you have a lot more stories to share, but I want to come back to Dr. Freddy and ask you about a timeline that you've set for yourself. Where do you see your research going in the next, 1 year?
I believe in the first year or the next 1 year, I believe that at least we can do something is the basis of how is an electric vehicle charger to meet the international standard as well as a national standard. Because as we are Malaysia, I think we are setting up our national policy for electric vehicle, green mobility, etc. I think what we can do in this first year and the next year, we can really set up a basis of this electric vehicle charger, and how does it to address the problem of the current charger.
Let's go around with that question. Jessica, where do you see your research going in the next year?
Well, I already have preliminary results for my current project. So my current project is the detection of an ovarian cancer biomarker. And the results are actually visible to the naked eye. However, my assay is in the form of solution. So it's liquid, and in the next year, with the funding of the Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachment, I would like to use the same assay but convert it to a paper analytical device. So in that way, we would have something similar to the test kits which we use now for COVID-19 detection.
And Dr. Adlika, how far do you see your research going in the next 1 year?
So I'm hoping to understand about these nearby black holes better. And as we know, at the center of our galaxy also has a supermassive black hole at the center, but currently it's not active, it's dormant. So maybe in the future I can provide us more understanding of the supermassive black hole in our own galaxy and how it can affect our own galaxy if someday it turns active.
And moving on, Dr. Arnold, in 1 year, where do you see your research going?
I'm hoping that in 1 year I can get the baseline data of small apes in Kenya and the distribution, the abundance and occurrence of small apes. And next, I'm hoping that we can establish a group composition and establish a training among students and building capacity among the indigenous people in Kenya. And also, as I'm also wearing the research officer hat, I'm also wearing the hat of co-founding member of MPS, Malaysian Primatological Society. I hope that I can ongoing doing local outreach to people in terms of educating people about wildlife conservation.
Dr. Wan Fitri.
I always think that you're going to throw me another question, but thank you that you stepped and picked the question. I would imagine in 1 year, in terms of stem cell and cloning, if we get the right partner, we would be hopeful to get at least to an embryo stage or pluripotency stem cell stage. So on that manner, as a basis of platform for research. But I think what I imagine, given the opportunity from Merdeka Award, is the intangible outcome which I desire to tackle in the conservation of Malayan tiger, which is the first one is on stem cell itself. Second is on the conservation aspect, because it is as difficult as you can imagine. So imagine if you have a backyard, right, at your kampung or somewhere, and then somebody wants to release a tiger. So it's not a very ideal prospect, but that is what we're facing in that week. Maksudnya selalunya there's someone staying somewhere. I'm going to introduce tiger or reintroduction of tiger. So that's a hot topic as well. But I would imagine with the awareness, with more dialogues, with more engagement with society, we're hoping to mitigate more human-tiger conflict issues. So I think that is one of the issues that I want to tackle in raising more on the awareness and also the acceptance of human to live alongside tigers because of the diminishing tiger habitat. And the third one, finally, I would imagine society is also a keyword. Apart from that, I think to a certain extent, we need to learn to live with tiger as difficult as it is. So that is my three-part goal to that question, yes.
Thank you, Dr. Fitri. Dr. Freddy, did you always know you were going to receive the Merdeka grant?
Of course, I don't know. But I'm seriously, humbly want to say thank you to for giving this opportunity. This award is not just about recognition, I think, which is very meaningful for me because it is more about contribution, where I can give an opportunity to contribute to my country. And I can learn from overseas technology, cutting-edge technology, and come back and to develop my nation. And one day, our younger generation, maybe my children, one day, they are proud of Malaysia. Thank you.
Jessica, how do you feel now being a recipient of the Merdeka Award grant?
I feel incredibly grateful to the Merdeka Award Trust, the Board of Trustees. And I was surprised when I got the news and very, very blessed and very grateful.
Professor Adlika, what kind of words of wisdom do you have to share with other astronomical enthusiasts out there who probably feel, their work is a bit unappreciated, maybe not really understood? What can you share with them if they're watching you right now?
For my fellow astronomers, I think public outreach is very important to help people understand why our research matters and how it can contribute to the society.
Dr. Ainul, I would like to ask you to share a bit about why it's important for us to appreciate the small apes, and they are very much part of our life. I think we have gone to places just to visit them and see how they live in their habitats. But why should we appreciate small apes?
So small apes, such as the gibbons and siamangs, are the forest engineers. They disperse the seeds in the forest and keep the forest intact. So that's the main function of primates, actually. So it is important that we value them as the forest engineers. And also, they are very iconic species. Unfortunately, all 5 species of small apes in Malaysia are all endangered due to fragmented areas and also the illegal pet trade. So this is something that, because I'm also wearing the IUCN National Action, Conservation Action Plan for Small Apes. So what we have discussed so far, this is something that we have to fight for and give highlight for, to give highlight on the small apes as important forest engineers in Malaysia, and also the iconic species.
How will what you do, Dr. Wan Fitri, help to kind of lift the education level on the apex predators that we live with, including the Malayan tiger, and you also mentioned buaya again. So those two animals are animals that are considered apex predators, kind of misunderstood by man to a certain extent. How will your research help change that?
I think we used to be scared of these predators once. I think in our genes, that kind of show when you see tiger and you want to be 100 feet away from it. But I also believe that whatever tragedy that is happening to Malayan tiger is partially our responsibility. So as a younger generation, I see in the wake of what's happening today, and I always question myself, how did we come at this stage? So then I think from there, what evoked from me was an emotion of love, of pride, of wanting to do more for this species because I feel very responsible. I don't want to be the guy, because I actually experienced this when we had a webinar with some of the people who work with Sumatran rhino. So his opening speech was, "I'm sorry that we lost our Sumatran rhino." So I cannot imagine myself 30 years from now. I need to say to my daughter, who is 2 years old, "Khadijah, ayah dah, we have lost the Malayan tiger." I tak boleh. So I hope, as scared as we are with the predator, there's a humanity part in us that see it as a creature that is equal in any way. Maksudnya dia ciptaan Allah yang sama lah. You, me, we are the same. Tiger, we are the same. So if we say it's okay, we lose our Sumatran rhino today. So next 10 years we say it's okay, we lose our Malayan tiger today too. Sorry, but no sorry. I think what will happen is that human as a species, if we stop thinking about this sustainability issue, one day we will cease to extinction as well. And I think that is the bigger picture, right? So, yeah, so that's from me.
That's very passionate. Thank you very much. And I want to end with a message from you to your fellow Malaysians, the young Malaysians watching this right now and also thinking about what they can do with their lives. What kind of inspiration can you leave for people of your generation and even the ones who are coming after you? Dr. Freddy.
What I want to leave to the younger generation of Malaysians is that just now when I was watching the Merdeka Award recipients, when they are giving a speech, I feel very touched because they are really doing something, contributing to the nation and community. And when they receive the award, they are touched and they feel satisfied and purposeful for what they have been doing. So this is my speech to the Malaysian as well. Do something, not just being recognized, because recognition is just a moment. But contribution leave a legacy. So I just want to leave a legacy to all young Malaysians, there to do what you want to do, to change life, to leave an impact to the community, and to develop our beloved nation. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Freddy. Jessica, what kind of message would you like to leave to your fellow Malaysians who are going to be following in your footsteps?
I would tell the young people to be brave and to actually pursue something that they are passionate about, not necessarily to do things which people perceive you to be good at, because you can become good at something if you put your heart and mind to it. The most important thing is pursue what you're passionate about.
A message for young Malaysians, Professor.
Okay, being an astrophysicist was my childhood dream. I wanted to be an astrophysicist since I was 13 years old. And then from then on, I was determined and I just go for it. And I am now living my childhood dream, basically. So for the younger generation out there, if you have any dreams, just go for it. And for parents as well, support your child dreams.
Absolutely. Dr. Aino, what would you like to say to the young Malaysians who would like to follow in your footsteps?
I would say live life on presence and also open up for collaboration. You can do your good things on your own, but you can go for and do greater things with partners and collaboration. So I guess you have to stand together.
Dr. Wan Fitri, I'm sure a lot of people are inspired by your passion. How would you impart that message to the younger Malaysians?
I think my message to Malaysians is that whatever small things that we do will bring about changes. And these have a ripple effect to the overall betterment of the world, of the manhood, of society. And I would also encourage them to be brave, because when I venture into study of predators, I always ask my mother, and I will tell her before I go to field, I'm going to work with crocodile and I'm going to work with tiger. And I hope the future generation will have the opportunity to indulge, to enjoy, to appreciate nature as much as I can, as much as the previous generation could. As much as my father told me the story about there's a place in our kampung, nama dia Pak Kancil. So when you go to that place, there's a lot of kancil running everywhere, right? So I was like, no way, can't imagine that. So and tiger being a part of our identity, as part of a national coat of arms, a royal seal, I think even pasukan bola sepak pun, pasukan bola sepak Harimau Malaya. So kalau satu hari nanti you have to explain to your children what is a tiger or your grandchildren what is a tiger, I think that is a loss to our country, our natural heritage. So I implore every Malaysian in whatever potential that you can, do it. Not just scientists, right? Anyone from all walk of life, I think you can contribute. That small things that we do will build up into something magnificent. And I believe that as Malaysian, we should do that. And I believe in that change that we could bring about in the future if all of us do good. Yep.
Young leaders extraordinaire, Your Royal Highnesses, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in applauding once again the recipients of the Merdeka Award grant. A big round of applause. Congratulations once again to all of you, and we are looking forward to seeing your work and its many fruits in the near future. Congratulations once again. Ladies and gentlemen, please, another round of applause for our recipients. I was inspired to make a career change, ladies and gentlemen, because wow, that was a lot of inspiration in one panel. I'm truly inspired, and I know all of you are too, including those of you who are watching us virtually. It has been truly an amazing experience, and with that, we have come to the end of the presentation ceremony. Congratulations once again to all recipients of the 2020 Merdeka Award and 2021 Merdeka Award Grant for International Attachment. To our online audience, we thank you very much for your presence, and we hope that you too are inspired by some of our recipients here today to pursue your dreams further. To our guests in the hall, please do continue to enjoy the day. Refreshments will be served shortly, and we will be back with a very special performance. On that note, please do enjoy.